Saturday, the heart of Times Square was completely shut down for several hours after a crude car bomb was found outside of the Lion King Broadway Theater.
I come back behind my table. I see the car is smoking. I say, let me call cab.
The Times Square incident where a private citizen observed something suspicious about a truck. That individual took the initiative to flag down a mounted patrol officer from New York City Police Department and explain what they didn't think looked right. Long story short, the bombing was averted.
I'm Rick Bradshaw, Sheriff of Palm Beach County. History is not something we should ignore because often history repeats itself. The past also tells us that law enforcement is more effective when it's supported by educated and empowered citizens. As you saw in the beginning of the video, the community can make a difference. One person's observation and the ability to act on instinct that something is not quite right can save hundreds, even thousands of lives. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office Homeland Security Bureau has a nationally recognized program that gives citizens the tools to identify and help report actions that could be a terrorist-related event. It's called CPAT, Community Partners Against Terrorism. In the next few minutes, you'll learn how citizens like yourself can help the Sheriff's Office detect and prevent a terrorist attack.
CPAT is Community Partners Against Terrorism, and it's all about telling the community what role they can play in being a critical component in keeping our community safe. If it doesn't look right, if it doesn't smell right, if there's something about the atmosphere that's different, whether it's a sensory perception or if it's intuition, is immaterial to us. What we're looking for are the eyes and the ears of people who are out in the neighborhoods, who are out in the community, who are out in the workplace, that see things that just don't click. So what should you watch for? Here are a few examples. A good example is, especially here in our area, we're used to tourists, and tourists love to take pictures. But what sometimes strikes people as unusual is if they're taking pictures of a person and a bridge is in the background, that's quite normal. For instance, the San Francisco Bridge is one that's photographed every day. But if you're here in South Florida and they're taking a picture of a bridge and there's no one in the foreground and they're taking many, many pictures, then the question becomes why? Tests for security. That's when an individual measures how long it takes for law enforcement to go from point A to point B, or emergency personnel responding to an incident. If you see individuals who are tracking what official agencies are doing, that's an area of concern that we're interested in hearing about. That brings us to suspicious persons. Individuals who act nervous in a particular area or who just don't fit in. What do they look like? What are they doing? And how can you help? Let's take a neighborhood. If they're in the neighborhood and they see individuals rolling out material that they clearly see it's got a caustic chemical sign on it, those are the kinds of things where they can call us and say, should people be storing chemicals like this in their garage? Other signs to look for are suspicious vehicles left in a certain area. Chemical smells that just don't fit in. They're out of the ordinary. And then there's suspicious packages. And you might ask, what is a suspicious package? It's anything that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up because it's unattended. And what we'd like you to do is to make sure you call the appropriate number for the authorities to check it out. The best thing people can do is to make that phone call when things don't look just right. And the reason I say that is because it all starts with the phone call. And when the individual calls in and said, this may be nothing, but here is what I'm seeing, or here's what I just saw, or I just took a picture of. We're setting up ways now where they can actually call in, they can text us, they can email us, they can send us a video clip or a picture all through the internet so that we have instantaneous material to follow up and make a determination as to whether or not something suspicious is going on. When an individual initiates a phone call that comes in here to either the Fusion Center or the Communications Center, it starts the ball rolling for the potential for law enforcement to intervene and then eventually investigate that to a conclusion. If we enlist the help of citizens every day, then we reduce the potential for crimes being committed in our community, crimes including terrorism.
Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, show me your hands!
Everyone's eyes and ears, when educated on what could be suspicious or what could be a threat to the community, can help keep each and every community in Palm Beach County safe. You make the difference in Community Partners Against Terrorism.
We hope you have found the information in this video helpful. If you have any questions about the CPAT program, please note the contact information on the closing screen. Keeping our community safe is a huge responsibility of the Sheriff's Office. We need you to help us and rely on your eyes and your ears to keep Palm Beach County protected from harm. Thank you for working with us to make Palm Beach County a safer place to live and work. Recognizing and reporting suspicious activity are the key elements in making Homeland Security work better.